As Colorado looks to get more young people into college or other credential programs, Chalkbeat Colorado, an education publication, is uncovering some concerning numbers. Just over 39% of Hispanic young men who graduate from high school in Colorado end up going to college. Just behind them, young black men at under 46%. That compares with 61% of all Colorado students, and only 41% of Hispanic males in Colorado that do make it to college graduate. The numbers are even lower for Hispanic young men who go to community colleges, and at Metro State, which has a high minority enrollment, only 1 in 5 Latinx males actually leave with a degree. Even though Colorado is one of the most educated states in the nation with an overall post-secondary attainment rate of over 60%. So we want to talk about this disparity. Jason Gonzalez with Chalkbeat Colorado has been investigating this for months now, and he joins us live to talk about the findings and how we can turn things around. Good morning, Jason. Thanks for being with us today.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So we saw the numbers here, so I want to get right down to it. I mean, what are the factors you're finding, first off, that lead to those low numbers of students, of Hispanic young men going to college in the first place?
There's so many factors, and what I heard from interviews is it's really nuanced. Many need to work. They need to support themselves or their family. They have fewer mentors that they can model. So professionals, whether they're teachers or people in career fields. Again, finances play into it and just accessing what they need to pay for college.
Yeah.
And that creates this belief that they can't afford it. And then some never are even told that they can go to college.
Yeah. I mean, has there been talk of changing things in the admissions system, different financial aid programs, things that could make it seem like it would be easier to access college?
The financial aid, as far as the federal form, is getting a little bit easier. But as far as statewide changes, there aren't too many. There is a pot of money that's available to students for scholarships and just general financial aid, but that's pretty hard to navigate, just like the federal system.
So then, once a lot of these young men get to college, there's another disparity in terms of how many go on to graduate. Maybe it's some of the same factors there, but talk about what are you finding that continues to cause this discrepancy even once they get to college?
I really want to stress when I talk to people about this issue that the college experience for different groups, and especially for men of color, Hispanic men, Black men, the college just plays out differently for them. It's a different experience than it would be for a white man, a white male, a white female.
Yeah.
The thing that a lot of schools, a lot of the advocates who want to see these numbers rise, what they say is you really need to take into consideration those factors of what the individual needs and what they're bringing to the table. But the other thing, honestly, what I hear more than anything else is just financial resources. That these students need the money to go, and they need the money to finish, because sometimes the holdup can be a car breaking down, or it can be a couple $1,000s in financial aid that they don't have.
Yeah. How important is it to break this cycle and get those higher education degrees and certificates in the hands of these young men?
It's critically important for the communities that they're coming from. I mean, Hispanic population is the fastest growing in the state, and they have some of the lowest college going and college graduation rates, and they have some of the lowest numbers of actual degrees in the state. And then Black men has historically not been able to access college at the same rate as other groups. So if we want communities to thrive, to have the jobs that Colorado is offering, we need to get them the degrees.
Yeah, and do you think college campuses are becoming inclusive places? I mean, is the culture changing? Does it feel like a comfortable place for different groups to be in?
I know they're trying. I do. And I've talked to schools across the state, and they're definitely trying, and they're definitely trying to meet the needs of students. Are we examples at this point nationally and in the rates of students who are graduating from our colleges? We aren't. We just aren't. And that's the fact of it.
Well, Jason Gonzalez, thank you so much for joining us today. You can read more of Jason's reporting on this in Chalkbeat, Colorado, and we'll follow up with you for sure.
Thank you.